Hey everyone, I'm here to talk today about what you get from the pre-supported tier from Artisan Guild. I personally have been working very hard on the supports this month. I support all the models. Every support is placed by hand by me. There's not one auto support in the whole mess. Even all the standalone weapons and all the little stuff. Every single support is hand placed with care, with the thought of how can I get you the best possible print and make support removal as easy as possible. So in this video, I'm going to show you support removal on one of the complex models, the Chosen King. I have another version in my printer right now, so I can film myself. I'm going to show it coming off the plate. I'm going to show you me with the IPA wash and then the support removal, so you can see how easy I've designed the supports to remove. And what you're going to see how it removes from this figure when I do it. All the figures are like that. You can basically remove all the supports by hand. You might want to clip one or two of them just to be extra careful, but basically I did the supports really carefully this month. I think I thickened them up a little where I needed to, so it'll be more printable for more people hopefully, but also I did it so that the models are going to look super duper clean, and support removal is really easy. You've got amazing models this month from the Artisan Guild, supported by me. And I think anyone who goes into that pre-supported tier, you're going to be very happy this month. Last month, I think I did a good job, but I was on drugs from my surgery, so my brain was probably only about 90% there. This month, I'm back to normal, whatever that means for me. And like I said, I spent a lot of time. I worked really hard to give you models that are just going to come out cleaner, hopefully, than anything you've ever printed. So stay tuned for a minute while you watch me take the next version of this, the next print of this guy off the plate, clean it up, remove the support just so you can see what you're getting. And then I'll have high-res photos. It won't be of this guy, which I already have photos of. It's going to be of the new guy after I take the supports off. I'll even take another round of pictures to show you what the model looks like. So stay tuned, enjoy, and if you're not a patron of Artisan Guild, you should definitely go join it. It's probably the best Patreon out there, in my opinion. With the best sculptor possibly in the world, Andrea Tarbella. I mean, his style is just amazing. And then also, you know, the tier where the models are supported by me. I like to think I'm, you know, one of the best at doing the supports. Hopefully, you guys will agree. So again, please check it all out and check out the other videos on my channel for instructional stuff, some painting stuff, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some odd humor now and then. And that's about it. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I clean up the model, remove the supports. Thanks. So here's just a flyby of the model that we're going to be looking at today, where I show you how to remove the supports. And you can see you can probably basically tell that every support here is placed by hand. You see all the funky angles and different stuff. And I actually kind of discovered a technique, as much as I've been doing of all this stuff for so long, and a lot of it maybe I was doing intuitively, but I did kind of discover a new technique, I think, which makes the support removal even easier. I'm actually not going to disclose what it is. I need some trade secrets. This is only one, I guess. But hopefully what it's going to result in is great models this month with really easy to remove supports. And now let's get to taking a look at the model. Okay, here we are. I have the model that you just saw pictures of on the build plate. Looks pretty great just eyeballing it. First thing I'm going to do, I won't say IPA. This is actually, IPA is all sold out due to COVID. This is actually nail polish remover, acetone. So you see, I'm just dipping it in, giving it a little scrub down, make sure I get all the resin off. Get the back of his cloak. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me just swirl it around a little bit. I think I got, looks like any excess resin is off. This is pretty warm water. Go right into there. Okay. Now, let's see. Shield. And looks like it printed perfectly. Let's go with the base. Okay, came out nice. I'll just have to, on the back there are some support nubs because of the way I ripped it off, so I will either sand or just X-Acto those nubs off. Okay, let's see the standard. Standard, look, I can just, in the hot water, whoops. And that looks pretty good. It actually had a very slight fail at the tip there, so I'm going to go back and look at that support again. It didn't fail the first time I tested, so I'm just going to double check the support there, make sure it's big enough. Everything else came out perfect there, so that's good. And then what I do is when you remove supports, if you're going to just pull them off by hand, pull them off in the direction opposite of the flow of the cape instead of breaking it into the cape. You know, if there's fins, you break it toward the back of the fin. That way it doesn't take a chunk out of the model. And then I think I can just basically pluck him off. Look, see how easy that was? I just plucked all the supports off. There might be one or two I go into the X-Acto to scrape off to make sure, but let me just dunk him in the water to get those off. And he came out perfect. So you're going to see the pictures. You're going to see that there was a tiny slight failure just on one part of the staff, which I'm going to correct. If it needs correction, it could be that just something failed, but I'll see. But that's it. So you saw I just peeled off those supports in 10 seconds after hot water, and there's almost no damage, visible damage at all to the model anywhere where I had supports. You know, I will run an X-Acto down where the supports were touching, but that's about it. And on him, everything just kind of like basically looks like it came out perfectly. You saw me just peel the supports off. Base, of course, the bottom you have to sand or X-Acto because I have a bunch of support nubs there. But so that's what you get if you do the pre-supported tier. That's how easy. You look at the supports. Everything just peeled right off. Just your wash, IPA, or I used acetone because they're out of IPA, and I actually like the acetone better possibly. I'm out to lunch on it. And then hot water dunk and just peel the supports off. And even where the supports joined, you see very little damage to no damage. And if there's any damage there, it would be very, very easy to clean up if you can even notice any. So that's it. So hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks. So now I'm going to show you the underside of the model so you can see there's no damage really to the underside of the front of the model. I'm going to flip it over and show you the back underside of the model. And you can see I supported this cape pretty heavily, you know, by my standards, and you don't really see damage under there. I think it came out very, very clean. Now you see the front, and this obviously, you know the way I support this looks clean as anything. Let's get closer. And you see, you don't see any support damage. I dare you to find support damage on this model. Here's the back of it now, so you can see the back. It's not like I sacrificed the back for the front. Back looks pristine. Let's look at it closer. And I really don't see support damage here, quite honestly. I think, you know, all the models I did this month are this clean when they're done. And here's some of just the rest of the models for the month, so you get an idea of what you get if you join Artisan Guild. And if you join the pre-support tier, they'll look like this. So you got a lot of cool looking fishman hair. They're modular, so you can add claws like I did on these guys if you want. There's a bunch of different weapons. You can change hooks and nets and shields and all kinds of stuff like that. So I think these are really awesome models, and I think if you look at all these, you'll see how clean they're supported. So again, in the pre-support tier, that's what you're going to get. Some really awesome models that print out beautifully, supports peel right off, and then you've got a set of awesome stuff. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, and hope to see you around. Happy 3D printing.